Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we are going to make the covers for the album, the Christmas album that we're making, and it is the Time of Wonders by Mente. That's the paper collection that we're using. And we are making a B-sized, basically amazing album. In the last video, we did a bunch of prep for our mini album journey that we're about ready to start. And it's part of a playlist that I put together for the albums. When I make an album, I go step by step. I walk you through the whole thing. And I make a special playlist for that so that if you accidentally miss a step, you can check it out. I'll link that up here and down below. The first couple videos are always... was my phone sitting there? Yep. The first couple videos are always an introduction to the templates, just so you're familiar with what, like if you're new, you will know what set of templates that we're using. So we're using the Basically Amazing Foundation and the Basically Amazing Add-on Scrap Journal. So we are going to make the covers today, and we're going to make a unique set of covers, and we're probably only going to have time to do the covers, and that's okay. I think that's okay. I have everything linked down below in the description box. There'll be timestamps if necessary. Those will be down below in the description box. They will also be in the comments so that if you need to jump around. And a matter of fact, I think now they call them chapters, and if you're on your like computer, I think onto the side, they'll have them there as well. So easy to find that way. Don't forget to be a subscriber to my channel. Don't forget to enter into my giveaway as well. All of that, we talked about that in the last video. You just gotta leave a comment down below and be a subscriber. In this playlist, like for all the videos for this album that we're starting today. Well, we actually started the last video because we did the prep video. So we're gonna make chipboard covers. We almost always use chipboard, and I've prepped most of it. And let's just walk through what we're going to need here. First thing we're going to need out of the foundations is, what I've done here is page 2B. So 2B is the traceable template for the B-sized album, okay? In your set of templates, the background design set of templates, there is not a background on here. These are traceable only. So 2B is you take this page and you trace it 3 times onto, this is medium weight chipboard. I think it's 30 point or something, or 0.30 or something like that. I have it linked in my Amazon if you want to check it out, but it's just medium weight chipboard. You can use lightweight chipboard, or you can recycle some cereal box chipboard, but just make it thicker, like do 2 layers. So I traced it 3 times and then cut it out of the chipboard. So I've got 3 of those, the foundations. And then on page 5 in the foundations, I have traced this one here. So there's 2 spine sizes. There's a 4-page spine and a 2-page spine. So I traced the 4-page spine onto the chipboard as well, and I cut that out. Now I want to tell you, just in case you jump ahead, don't do a 4-page binding in here, because we're only going to be doing 2. But if you didn't want to do the 2-parter that we're doing here, I don't even know what to call it yet. Y'all are going to have to help me figure out something. If you're just wanting to do the interactive mini album part, then do the 2-page spine instead of the 4-page spine. So let me show you just real quick so you don't get confused. This is my quick little mock-up. This is obviously not the right size, but the first part, this is the cover. This is the top front cover. That opens up. And then here we have this 4-inch piece right here. 4-inch. We have this 4-page spine right here. And then we're going to use a 2-page binding. And then this is also the B-size cover. And it flips open like this. And here we're going to have the accordion elastic binding here, and it's going to be more of the scrap journal type. And this is going to be a 2-page. So if you just wanted to do this part, then just use the 2-page spine. If you just wanted to do this part, then I'll show you what to use here in just a second. Okay. Also, you guys, this is a printable template. This is not a physical thing that you buy from an Etsy shop. This is a printable thing you buy from an Etsy shop. This book is not for sale. Like this is a workbook that you make yourself. So you print the templates out, you laminate the guidebook set of templates, you laminate that, or you put them in a sheet protector. However you want to do. I have a playlist, a workbook playlist. I'll link it up here. You can choose your style, but I'm telling you, it is worth the time. It is definitely worth the time to make a workbook. So I do the guide template, print it off on just regular paper, and then I print another one off onto cardstock. This is the traceable template. So this is, I stick it to the piece that I laminated, and then this is the mat for that piece. So I also print this on cardstock, and then I place that on top. That way, if I just want to trace a mat for that, I've got it right here. And then I bind it all together into a book. So this is my favorite way to make my workbooks, okay? All right, so this is not for sale. This book is not for sale, but you can make the book out of the templates that are for sale. Okay, next thing we're gonna need is, out of the Basically Amazing Scrap Journal add-on, we are gonna need the spine piece that's right here. So it says 2-page spine. So this is the piece we're going to use. So it's the one furthest to the left. And if you notice on all the add-ons, not the photo mats, but the scrap journal and the decorative edge add-ons, they don't come with the main base pages. These are just additional things that you add to the Basically Amazing foundation. So it's a system of templates. You don't have to have all of these to make the foundations, you know, the Basically Amazing album. You can just make those. You don't have to have the add-ons, but you do have to have the foundations to use the add-ons. Okay. So I traced one of those onto the medium weight chipboard as well. And that's what we're going to use to construct our covers. Okay. So I've already put, this is double-sided adhesive on to the 2 spine pieces. And I'm not sure I even needed to do that now that I think about it, because I do this to myself every time. I don't need to put adhesive on here, but anyway. And I'll put some adhesive on this piece of chipboard with you guys. But I've already put the adhesive on these 2 pieces. So this is 6-inch scrapbook.com tape. And then I think I used the 2-inch here and just cut the extra off. But I'll show you that in just a second. Another thing you're going to need to construct these is, I've got 4 pieces here for the spine. So I've got 2 outside spine pieces and 2 inside spine pieces. And in between this tape and this coffee stained paper is a layer of Tyvek. So I did use an actual envelope this time. This is just I just cut it into pieces, right? So what I did was I put tape on the Tyvek. I put the coffee stained paper on one side, and then I put tape on the other side, and then I cut them into the pieces that I needed. Okay, so this is spelled T-Y-V-E-K. It's linked in my Amazon. So you'll need, let me tell you the measurements for this, because these are not in part of the template. So all of these are the same. So there's a layer of tape, there's a layer of Tyvek, there's a layer of tape, and then there's a layer of coffee stained paper. So you'll need 2 pieces that are 12 inches tall, right? And then you'll need 2 pieces that are 10 inches tall. And then you'll need 2 pieces that are 4 inches wide. So this one is 12 by 4. This one is 10 by 4. And this one is, these 2 pieces are 12 by 2 1/4. And this one is 10 by 2 1/4. Okay, so we need those. And then I have my coffee stained paper. I don't sell coffee stained paper, but I will link Etsy. I will link a coffee stained paper in Etsy. I don't have one specific supplier or anything like that. I do my own coffee stained paper, but there's a lot of great Etsy sellers out there that you can buy some coffee stained paper from. This is 11 by 17. This is just regular 20-pound. This has been my favorite way to make these albums, these covers. Because we're using the Tyvek, if you don't have Tyvek, you can use some muslin fabric in place of that. It won't tear as well. so you can recycle something old if you have it, you know, if you don't have tie back. What was I saying? This is 11 by 17, just copy weight paper, and because of the tie back, it doesn't tear. And also because I cover the entire surface with tape, so it smooths it out really good and it doesn't tear or bubble up. I'm gonna move that aside. I just grabbed a bunch of sheets. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. I've never made a cover this way, so I'm not really sure. I mean, I've made covers that are trifo, but I've never made it this way. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is show you how to cover the chipboard. Whoop. I was wondering where that went. Where's the other one? It just fell out at me. This is a score pal cutting mat, and then I've got my 6-inch scrapbook.com tape. I'm almost at the end of this roll. One of the best things I have ever purchased. Well, they sent it to me a long time ago to use, and I love it, and I've repurchased it many times. I didn't think I'd like it, but I do. All right, so I'm going to take this, lay it out, and then I'm going to lay this chipboard piece. I'll try to line it up as best I can, you guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I try. And then I'm just going to trim away with my craft knife. I'll have all my tape linked down below for you guys. And then I'm going to take my 2-inch tape, which also another favorite. I've got, like, I don't know, I bought 6 rolls of it or something, I think. Maybe I can't get it. My 2-inch tape. Oops. I'm just going to lay this on here, and then we'll cut away the excess. Okay, look. It's finally cold. It's not cold. Well, I guess it's cold. It's actually going to be like 70 tomorrow. I couldn't believe it. But anyways. Anyhow. Alright, I'm going to cut this part off. Oh, I was going to show you too. I forgot. I usually use these full sheets. Way easier. But I only have 2. I need to order me some more. I love these full sheets as well. I didn't think I would, but I do. But anyway, the backing on these full sheets, I keep them and I put the leftover bits on as well. Okay, I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to burnish. Okay. Right, got that all burnished up. And so let's see. For one of these cover pieces, I am going to I love the crinkly part of it. I don't know, it's just, I love that stuff. Let me do this side. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to attach it down to my coffee stained paper. So I'm going to do 2 of them one way and 1 of them one way. So I'll show you the one way first. Okay, so I'm going to remove the tape backing. Well, maybe. And I'm going to line it up on the edge there. Best I can. Flip it over. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, this is, what is this? This is so I'm going to take it and I'm going to butter it right up next to that chipboard. on the short side here, just on the top and the bottom. This little right angle tool, I'll have it linked in Etsy as well. Okay, and then burnish that down really quick. All right, now I'm gonna take and, let me get my ruler. I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm gonna cut away this part here because it's just extra. Keep your scraps though. And then I'm gonna cut away this part here. Right up next to that chipboard. And then this little bitty strip here. Okay, so first I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna kind of prep it to wrap around. I mean, you're obviously not going to get all the wrinkles out because there's wrinkles in the paper, but doesn't that look so pretty? Okay, so nothing fancy here. We're just going to wrap the edges, the top and the bottom edge, and not the two long sizes. Matter of fact, sizes, not the two long sides. So let's just do that real quick and then we'll burnish. This is a Teflon bone folder. I think they call this ergonomic or something like that. But if you can't find this, you can just use a regular one as well. Just a regular Teflon. I think I have them linked, but I'm not sure this one's available right now. But anyway, so one piece, you just cover the top and bottom and you don't have to cover the two sides. So this is going to be the bottom between the two spine pieces. Okay, so these other two we're going to do differently. We're going to get another sheet of paper. Oops. Okay. We're going to attach it down the same way. Except we're going to cover one of the long sides and both the top and bottom. We're going to wrap it. Okay. I'm going to need my roller. Alright, and then I'm going to take my tape and we're going to run a piece along this edge. Somehow a wasp or something has gotten into my house, and my studio is upstairs. It's a loft and it's just like hanging out with me, but it's driving me crazy. I'm afraid it's gonna get me. It's gonna get me. Okay, so then I'm gonna take this right angle tool, and this was, I think, was what it was originally designed for, this and tearing tape, and it's thicker, so it's designed for people that have nails. Because there's another one that's flat, and I like that one too, but I had a hard time getting it with my nails. And there's different colors as well. This one's purple, it's a dark purple. So you just put this part here, right up into there, right up on that corner, and it gives you the perfect miter for wrapping your covers. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of prep. Just like that. And I'm going to start on the top and bottom. I'm going to fold that over. And then I'm going to tuck the corner in just ever so slightly, just so it doesn't like stick out weird. Tuck that corner in ever so slightly. And I'm going to roll this. And that gives you the most perfect, come on, corner. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I'm going to burnish these edges, and I'm going to do the other one off camera really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the one where we did the top and the bottom wrapped, and I got the other two wrapped that we did 3 sides, and we left one long side on each one of them not wrapped. Okay, so I think next we're going to take our spine pieces, and you're going to take the longer of the two, the extra pieces that we covered with coffee stained paper and put Tyvek in the middle. We're going to take the 2 longer pieces right now. So what I'm going to do is, see, I really didn't need any extra tape, but I'm trying to think. You see, I didn't need to really cover the 2 spine pieces, so keep that in mind. You don't need to. So I'm going to take this and, oh, should I try to center it? Ugh, that would be awful. That will be awful. Okay, I can just try to make sure it's like, somewhat in the center. It doesn't matter, because in the end, you know, most of it will be covered up anyway. Okay, so we got this piece, and I am going to take the sticky side down. You don't, because you didn't really need to have the sticky side in the first place. I'm just going to guess side to side, hit whoa, whoa. Try to get it straight, side to side, top to bottom, as straight as my eyeball can get it, because we know how bad that is. I have not a good eyeball. All right, so on this piece, on one side, we're going to put the piece that we just wrapped the top and the bottom. Oh, and did I just throw that piece away? I did. I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to put it right back next to, normally I would be adding a piece of tape here, but not today. We're going to be adding that right there next to the spine piece. That way we have a guide, because that's how much space I like to leave. I like to leave 1/4 inch in between. That gives me room to grow. Okay, so I'm going to butt this up. Whoa, carefully. Yeah. All right, so I got that on one side, and then on this side I'm going to do the same thing. Do I have another piece? Ah, I guess I'll just use this one. I'm going to take the same piece, backing, put it over here. Try not to get my hand in the tape, in the sticky part. Well, it's good enough. Good enough, I guess. And we're going to take one of these that we covered and did 3 sides and left the one long side. I'm going to flip this around. We're going to attach this, run it up right next to the tape. Try to line it up top and bottom. Before in the past I have tried to use rulers and stuff to get that lined up, but it's, you know, you can just eyeball it and it'll be fine. Okay. Yep, I did pretty good. Yay! All right, now I'm gonna keep this because we'll need it again. All right, so then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna wrap it around. Let me see if I can't stand it up here. To get it kind of halfway stuck. And then, my burnisher. And I'm going to flip it over onto that middle part first, and then I'm going to put it into the little ditches here. Just like that. Flip it around. Do the same thing, stand it up. Pull it over, put it in that ditch. Right? And then the other piece that we cut is 4 inches, right? 4 inches by 10 is going to go right here. Now you'll see that it's already bigger than this piece, and that's because we stuck that in the ditch. So the same thing will hopefully happen here. But oh, I got a scratch. Okay, so I'm going to try to center it right on the same, you know, where it's meets the other piece, so it's not too wonky looking to the eye. So I'm going to push it down in the center. Then I'm going to go in the ditch there, just like that, and press it down on the side. So I'm going to go in the ditch over here. Just like that. Be careful not to rip. You don't want to rip your paper. You're not going to rip the tie back, but you don't want to rip your paper either. Right? So you got that. And then I'm going to flip this over because I don't think I burnished this yet. So again, most of this will be covered because we mat everything. Alright, you can, if you want to, you can take your doop, 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 just like this. You can even flip it the other way. Right? Okay, so there's one part. Then we need the skinnier pieces here. So I'm going to take the piece that has the tie back in between. We're going to do the exact same thing except on this end. Okay, so this piece here, but this side isn't wrapped, I'm going to bring it around and I'm going to butt it up to this tape here. And I'm going to take the last piece that doesn't have this side wrapped and I'm going to match it up just like that. Do this side. Do you guys have to work around a tripod when you're trying to handle these albums? I do. I have one sitting on my surface, and the reason it's on my surface is because it's like really a deep island type situation. It's not an island. I guess it kind of is, sort of. You all have seen it in a video before, and it's counter height. So I'm up higher. It's not regular. It's not regular table height. I'm up high. Actually, it might even be bar height. It's bar height, not counter height. Counter height is high, is low. So anyway, neither here nor there. So that's why the tripod has to sit here, because I don't have one with long enough legs to reach up over. Oh, there's that wasp again. It's gonna get me. I don't want it to get me. Okay, so there we have it. We're not going to mat the inside covers, but here's what's going to happen. So this one's going to fold in like this, right? And then this one is going to fold over like this. So it's going to be like that. Okay, so this front part is going to be an interactive scrapbook album, and this back part is going to be like a junk journal, scrap journal, removable type part back here, or where you can add things easily under elastic. We're going to be using the accordion elastic style binding. I have a video specifically on that. I'll link it up here and down below if you want to kind of get brush up on it a little bit on this side, and then we're going to do the regular binding on this side. So now that we've got this made, let me show you again the little prototype. So this is it right here. So we're going to put the binding just on half of this piece, and then the other binding is gonna go on the whole piece here. But we're gonna do that in the next video, because I'm trying to keep them a little shorter this time, but we'll see. You know, I'm not real good at that, so I talk too much and I show too much, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna try. We'll see how it goes. So I'm just gonna work my cover here. So you can flatten it out, and because you've given yourself so much room, it's not going to tear or anything. And if it does tear, I had someone ask in my Facebook group not too long ago, what to do if your spine tears. Well, people are like, just cover it up. Add some ribbon, add some fabric, add some lace, you know, just decorate it up. Or, you know, distress the rest of it if you want the rest of it to be distressed. There is no lost cause when it comes to album making, especially when you're making them by hand. You can always fix it if something went wrong. And it doesn't really go wrong. It just makes it better, you know? Okay, all right, so be sure, you guys, let me know what you think of this idea, this concept that we're developing here as we go. Give me an idea of what to call it. I mean, it is a hybrid, of course. It's going to have the scrapbook album. It's going to have the, you know, scrap journal part, the junk journal slash scrapbook style that I like to do with when I'm making those types of journals that we've done before on this part. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think this is going to be fun. All right. So don't forget to leave a comment to be entered in to win the giveaway. All that information is down below. There's going to be 2 winners at the end of this project. And I told you in the last video what all that was about. All right, you guys, be sure to give me a thumbs up too if you like the video. And thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye.